Gee, should we call this loss number 9,472,356 for Joe? Yup. Might be a little early to say I told you so, but I told you so. So, this is what's come out this morning, guys, in regards to Ukraine. Like I said, don't see anything happening. Hear me out on this. First thing we get is Croatia. Their president Zoran Milanovic has said that the Croats will not be sending, if anything breaks out in Ukraine, to a full-scale conflict. He will pull all the Croatian troops out, and they will not be fighting. Okay? This kind of ties into what Germany said. I was talking about this morning, about Germany saying, we don't want any part of this. No, not that much, but, don't send weapons. You're not flying through our airspace, that sort of stuff. So, Croatia, their president, has said, and I'll give you this quote, Zagreb will have nothing to do with it, and we won't have anything to do with it. I guarantee you that. Not only will we not send the military, but if there's an escalation, we will recall every last Croatian military man. This has nothing to do with Ukraine or Russia. It has to do with the dynamics of American domestic policies, U.S. President Joe Biden and his administration. This is it. Other countries are starting to realize that this isn't between between Ukraine and Russia. This is Biden trying to deflect and dragging Great Britain along for the ride. Okay? Now, you think that's not enough? This came out from the Pentagon today, this morning, within the last hour or so. Quote, Russia may not be poised to invade Ukraine. The Pentagon. Okay? I'll link this stuff to you. Okay? John Kirby from the Pentagon. Obviously, we're mindful of things that the Russians could do that would potentially give us indications of some sort of imminent incursion. We're not there yet. We're watching those indicators very closely. So, from a White House that just a few days ago said war was imminent, that it was going to happen in the next few days, that the news media was saying, we've evacuated our embassies, which, like I told you before, was a real twist on the words there. Now the Pentagon is saying, well, gee, Russia may not be doing it after all. Germany, we're having second thoughts about this. Croatia, we don't want any part of this. Gee, Joe, is your deflection campaign falling apart once reality starts hitting everybody? I will reiterate what I have said since this all started. Russia has done absolutely nothing that would make anybody think they were going to invade Ukraine. They are moving troops around and they are conducting war exercises, military exercises, on their soil. They are conducting joint military operations with Belarus, one of their allies, on Belarusian soil. Nothing is wrong with that. I've told you before, back when I was in, don't do it anymore, Reforger, return of forces to Germany. Okay, these were exercises that the U.S. military, amongst other countries, did in Germany, running tanks through the countryside and everything like that in Germany. Did it make the Eastern Bloc happy? No. Was there anything they could do about it? No. We were doing exercises on German soil, invited by the Germans to do it. This is no different than any other exercise. The fact that Biden, Johnson, whoever are running their mouths trying to get the press to say war is imminent is completely deflection. What are we deflecting from? Oh, we don't want the press to be talking about inflation. Hey, we called Peter Doocy a stupid son of a bitch yesterday, right, for asking a question about it. We don't want the media to be covering the invasion on the southern border. God knows we couldn't have something like that happen. We wouldn't want to have the media be covering the stock market crash. Oh, I don't know. Market's down about 500 points as I'm recording this. Gee, seems like some recovery from yesterday, right? We don't want to talk about the complete failure of your mandates. We don't want to talk about the idiocy where the New York Supreme Court overrules Kathy Hochul's mask mandate, and she comes up and says, I'm just going to violate the law, basically. We don't want to talk about the supply chain debacle that you haven't done anything to fix. We don't want to talk about what's actually going on in China and Taiwan. No, Joe, we need to make something up about Russia and Ukraine. My question to you is this. Did Ukraine not bribe you enough? Are you pissed off that Hunter's $3 million a year salary or whatever got cut off? Is that why this is all going on? You want to make this all look like something it isn't? We know what's going on. This is all to cover up for failures, okay? There's a lot of Russians that live in eastern Ukraine, okay? That's fine. The political realm of the two countries is different. But remember this, okay? Ukraine was part of the Eastern Bloc, was part of the Soviet Union, everything like that. There's a lot of commonality between the people, okay? In the last 30 years, there's been a separation, if you will, of them. But this is all being manufactured by Joe. Like I've said from the beginning, this is all blather. This is nothing going on. And now that you have countries saying, you know what, we don't want any part of this. And the Pentagon coming back and saying, you know what, maybe this doesn't look as bad as we're making it out to be. That tells you something. Wag the dog. Guys, I know there's a whole bunch of warmongering media out there. Pick it, okay? The mainstream media, Rumble, Telegram, Twitter, YouTube, pick wherever you want to go, saying, we're going to war, we're going to war, we're going to war. I'm just going to give you the facts. No. Could that change? Yes. Does it look like it's going to? No. Read the links. Again, like I've said to you guys many times, look at other media. Look at the European media versus the American media. The European media is not playing this up as war is imminent like the American media is. Why? Because Biden wants a war. It's the only thing he can say. I mean, again, it's a grasping at straws. Oh my God, maybe I can do something there and salvage my presidency. That 1 year in makes Obama look like Obama had a stellar presidency. That's how bad Joe's presidency is so far. Nothing he has done has turned right. They are grasping at straws. And this is what I said a few weeks ago. A cornered animal. They will do anything and everything at this point to save their reputation. The rest of the world is wising up. Pinball out.